Welcome to ACC Professional Learning, a We Learn with Big Impact. We want to support our children and young people by creating inclusive learning environments. In this We Learn, we consider how we can embrace and support neurodiversity. In identifying, we're not intending to label individuals. The act of identifying traits of similarity allows us to broadly categorize a person's potential for requiring certain supports linked to characteristics of specific conditions. In ensuring we consider relevant knowledge and suitable support strategies, we can then adapt to suit individual requirements. Identifying the most appropriate category of need, there may be more than one, bear in mind, we can be more efficient and effective in our provision of support. Different parts of the brain are responsible for specific choices we make. Just as the terminology suggests, a neurotypical brain functions typically or predictably. This does not suggest each neurotypical brain behaves in exactly the same way, however. A neurodivergent brain behaves differently or divergently from what is typically expected. Research has shown commonalities with certain parts of the brain behaving divergently specific to certain additional support needs. It is essential to view all behaviour as communication, to reframe thinking around perceived negative behaviours and choice, and consider how having a neurodivergent brain might impact a child or young person's choice of action or communication in certain conditions and environments. Neurodivergence could manifest itself in many ways and could be observed through motor skills, difficulties with motor fluency and feeling secure during movement activities, cognitive skills, concept development may be compromised, incidental learning may be limited, social and emotional skills, social cues may be missed resulting in difficulties learning how and when to interact with others, adaptive skills, perhaps learning how to meet their own needs for self-care or independence may be more challenging. Communication skills. Learning to engage in interactions and participating in language opportunities may be more difficult. Accessing language may be reliant on the skills of others to teach or understand their communication methods. Neurotypical brain activity tends to feel more predictable than neurodivergent, simply because neurotypical approaches are what we are predominantly used to experiencing. Although neurodivergent reactions may seem unpredictable, we can take time to identify triggers and provide the most beneficial support to learners in order to de-escalate and help self-regulation. Needs are indeed paramount when attempting to mitigate risk. Make sure you identify any risks based on concrete information you have gathered. Make it part of the risk assessment procedure to ask. Inquire about any learner's plans and supports in place at home and at school. Make the child or young person and their caregivers part of this process. Invest time in reflecting and further adapting supports as the needs of the learner change. Invest time to become aware of individual needs. Do not make presumptions. Seek to understand. Supports cannot stay static if they are to be effective. They need to evolve as the learner's needs evolve. To help us ensure we provide you with a source of accessible and relevant support, let us know what you think of We Learn and direct us on what queries or topics you would like to see covered in future, so we can make sure we learn with big impact.